When it comes to retirement, your priorities can totally change from the priorities you had when you were working. And I thought I would cover just a few of the ways that our priorities changed. The first one obviously would be time, because you have more time in retirement than you did when you were working in my case, 6 to 2:30. And also the fact that you had so many other things, all the travel time that was involved. It was only 32 miles, but it was about a 1-hour commute every day. But then in the other sense, this keeps shaking so bad because I didn't bring my tripod. In the other sense, time can also be looked at the amount of time that you have left in your life. So using your time wisely becomes more of a priority than it ever has been. Also, keeping yourself healthy is a concern, especially at this time of life. We started really working on that. I know back in August of 2024, after I had retired at the end of 2023, I kept thinking, I intend to walk every day. I intend to try to cut back on my food. But then a checkup that I got in the early summer helped make me decide that it was really time to make my health a priority. I had put it off for years, but my A1C became pre-diabetic, and I really wanted to see if I could take care of that myself instead of just relying on medications to do that for me. So I began a journey walking, and I actually made a video account of it every day on Instagram just to keep myself accountable. And I have been walking now. You can't always walk every day. I know I had pneumonia at one time, couldn't walk. Since then I've had the flu a few times over the last couple of years, but on the days that I can walk, I do walk. And as a consequence, it has lowered my A1C. It's now in the normal range. So health is a definite priority. And you have to take care of that, or any of these other items are not, they're going to suffer. Your relationships, your time, everything. And the most surprising thing that I found about walking is not only did it help me physically, it really helps you mentally. If you're feeling kind of blue, depressed, or whatever, if you get out and take a walk, it's going to make you feel better. And then after a while, my husband got interested in it. He started walking with me. Now he walks daily as well. So it's been a real blessing for us. Next, we'll talk about relationships. Our relationships with our mate, that's of course very important, and with our family. In our case, also our grandchildren. We have 2 little granddaughters, and they're very important to us. So we try to keep that relationship going and keep it healthy and alive. With retired people, I've heard both sides. I've heard that their relationship with their spouse can get a lot better, and I've also heard that it can kind of be strained because they're with each other all the time. And so I can say with Dwayne and I, we enjoy being together. We've always enjoyed being together, and so that's really not a problem for us now. We do every once in a while. You kind of need to have some time alone, and so when it's that way, a lot of times he's working out at his shop a lot now. He's got a renewed interest in that and doing woodworking and so forth. And so then I will go, and sometimes I'll go walking by myself, or something of that nature. Or now I'm enjoying working on YouTube videos. It kind of helps fill that creative need that I have. And there's other things that I enjoy. And we'll do those things on our own, because that's good for your relationship as well. This camera's a little shaky because it's a little cold out here. I told Dwayne, well, I guess every video I'm going to have this sweatshirt on that I do outside. It's also a great time to work on your relationship with others, with your friends, with your family, your extended family, all of those type relationships. We love to travel, and we have some friends that we travel with, and it's so great. We don't live close together. We live about probably maybe an hour apart, and we don't see each other as often as we'd like. But when we start planning our travels, and then when we travel itself, it's always so much fun, and we love being around them. Of course, it's also a good time to work on your relationship with God. I know a lot of times when we do our walking, we'll listen to a Bible reading, and that way you get to accomplish a couple of things. It helps you grow in your spiritual relationship with God, and it helps you grow with your relationship with each other because we're listening at the same time, and we just enjoy the benefits all the way around, health and spiritual benefits of that. And of course, last but definitely not least, is what it looks like for you in retirement money-wise. And so Dwayne and I are very fortunate in that we both have pensions. We worked for two places that had a pension system, and in addition, we also put our money into 401k that was provided where we work. I know my place of employment matched, I think it was up to 4%. So in a case like that, you've got to have taken from your pay at least the 4% so they would match. But what I tried to do is each year, if we got any type of cost of living adjustment, or if I got a raise, I would take a certain percentage of that, and that I felt like I wouldn't miss if I never saw it. And I would increase the rate withheld to go into my 401k. Because I did that by the time I retired, my 401k was pretty good. And so it wasn't $1 million, I'll tell you that. That's a myth. You don't have to have $1 million to retire. But then for Dwayne, where he worked for the state of Alabama. So he worked there 26 years, and that really helped us as well. And of course, we both get Social Security. He took his at 62. He actually retired early. He wasn't even, I think he was 59 when he retired. So there was a couple of years there to wait, before he could get his Social Security, but we made it fine. I retired at 64, and so that's when I started drawing my Social Security. But drawing it early was well worth it to me. We still have to be frugal, even though we both have a pension and we have Social Security, because the cost of living, I know I don't have to tell you guys, the cost of living has gone crazy. I'm happy to see fuel prices go down, but there could be a lot more, and I would be happy. Of course, I'm filming this, during 2026, the beginning of 2026, so we'll see how it goes from here. But for us, those were our main priorities that changed, and we've enjoyed it. We've traveled some, traveled a lot the first year, not quite as much last year, and then this year, the way the economy is, maybe even less. We'll see. But you can have fun even close to home. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope if you did, you'll give me the old thumbs up, give me a like, and subscribe. I started to say prescribe. Welcome to senior citizenship. But I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll like this video. And until we meet again, I'll see you next time.